organizations, and the transport sector produces a lot of noise about best practices. Everybody is claiming they are doing excellent work, but genuine examples of strong performance, I think, deserve proper recognition. Done well, if this TXA award is done well, this kind of platform gives the industry a real reference point, a kind of benchmark. Organizations, I think, that want to improve will be looking at these benchmark companies to understand why they are winning and also who is winning. So that actually excites me. Interesting question, because I think transportation itself is a global industry. And what happens in Malaysia or Malaysian ports, for example, connects the logistics chains in Europe and the Middle East. And with the geopolitical issues that we have now, I think more focus is being put in this region because we are operating along the Straits of Malacca. And SLT is also an international organization, which means the panel brings a perspective that isn't limited to one market or one operating context. That breadth matters, especially when you're assessing work with global implications. It also keeps the adjudication honest. I think you need people who have seen enough to know when something is genuinely exceptional versus just well packaged. With the experience that I had as a professor in transportation and logistics, I have been attending many conferences. I think that experience would be able to help international organizations, especially in the context of adjudication. Simple, don't consider, just submit. I think many organizations, especially those which are local, they normally hold back because they don't think that their work is ready or worth any recognition or compelling enough to tell a story. If you have genuinely improved operations, you have served your customers good, or made a real contribution to how this industry works, I think document it and put it forward. Let the panel decide. The submission process, I think, is a journey and actually fosters clarity on what you have actually achieved. I think regardless of the outcome, I think the journey itself is very useful and very beneficial. In our industries, now we have second generation leaders who think differently from the one who actually founded the logistic or transportation companies. And this new generation of leaders think differently. I think leaders in the transportation sector have, especially now, have to look beyond the next quarter. Planning is not about what's happened next. It's always about the future. And the future is not defined by 2 or 3 months. The future can be, if you have to be successful, you have to think about long term. And infrastructure decisions, workforce planning, digital systems, what gets committed today shapes how the world moves for the next few decades. We are talking about survival. And those are not abstract. Leaders need to engage with policy, push for long-term. Just like I said earlier, if it is done well, this award can be a benchmark. And I think this industry really needs credible benchmarks. When an awards program like TXA is adjudicated rigorously and transparently, I think it gives organizations a meaningful standard to measure themselves against. And this is the standards that are meaningful and relevant to us. I think TXA is worth paying attention. I hope that is very, very successful and continue for many years in the future. I think TXA, to me, is not merely a ceremony. I think it is a signal on how we measure ourselves, how we define performance, how we even plan for excellence. So that is why every players in the industry must pay huge attention to TXA Awards 2026. I think what makes it matters is because it is for the industry by the industry. It is an award that the industry holds account, and it is by people who knows what goods and excellence looks like. It is an award where the industry say, okay, if you are selected to receive it, you are the best. So that is why TXA Awards is different from any other awards.